there was a period of time where I didn't know any better. Atheists looked like the adults in the room, right? They cared about the science. They cared about the evidence, right? That's what I thought for a second. I know it sounds really naive now, but I was 19. And so during that brief moment in my life where I thought that atheists were the adults in the room, right? Well, that was 5 years. 5 years of my life from 19 to 27. Probably the most imbecilic time of my life, and the most, when I was the most irrational, just in my behavior in general. Behavior towards other people. Just no good, right? Wasn't charitable, right? I don't think through that whole period that I gave a cent to the homeless, right? 5 years not doing that, even as a college student, that's pretty bad. A lot of things, right? But in being with Jesus now, and I wish I could tell you what book to read or what thing might do it for you, right? But I can't, All I can tell you is if you want some meaning in your life, and that may be why you're looking into, is God real? Like, is Christianity true? Is Christianity not true, right? Because among atheists, there's no meaning, right? Among atheists, there's no value. And we saw a lot of that through 2020 and 2021, did we not? Through 2020 and 2021, we saw a lot of people not being looked at as people. We saw them as being looked at a benefactor for an ideology. And simple as, right? So, we've seen that atheists are not the adults in the room, right? Because they'll look at people as a group, and they'll put tens of millions of people in this box, and they'll other them in a way that was done in Nazi Germany, right? Do have a few recommendations if you are looking to get out of the nightmare of disbelief, self-doubt, and hatred. If you want to kind of get out of that, well, you could look at Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. You could look at Lee Strobel's books, The Case for Christ and A Case for Heaven and Hell. Also a former atheist like myself. Lee Strobel, right? Former atheist who worked for the Chicago Tribune, right? Why are atheists, all the noteworthy ones, abandoning ship, right? Why is it always happening? It's because that ship has nothing to offer, right? In evidence, you learn that they don't care about the evidence. So there's a confirmation bias at play, right? So, I could never be an atheist again. It's as a general rule, they don't look like the adults in the room anymore. Modern, contemporary Christian, no, don't look to me, but contemporary Christian apologists do look like the adults in the room. If you wanted to truly investigate the truth of Christianity, you're not going to find it in a YouTube video. You got to do some deep prayer, some deep searching, and books will help. if you'll read. The thing that kind of got me going out of the atheist phase was a book called Quantum Physics, Eternal Consciousness, Near-Death Experiences, Religion and the Human Soul, pen name of William Joseph Bray. You can find that on Amazon. But in a world where drug addiction's running rampant, more than 100,000 people in America die annually from drug overdoses, which was not the case when Bibles were in schools. In a world that is falling apart without Jesus, clearly needs a lot more Jesus. And atheism throughout the 20th century, the terrible 20th century, atheism through communist regimes and elsewhere, it's shown no benefit. Hence, could never be. No hope, no value in human life, no moral reasoning, no reasoning to want to exist at all.